going through some trying times, Lantern Dark Poetry Book might be just the catharsis you need. Lantern features intense themes that parallel the dark night of the soul and is available in paperback or Kindle format. The cover features my drawing Bugia de los Muertos, a decorated skeleton gazing into a candle, and dinosaur-based sketches to accent section breaks. You can find it easily through my link tree, linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. Thanks for exploring the shadow with me. The video you came here to watch starts now.
Okay, I think I am here. And I did a YouTube comment, so I'm going to pop that in there. And I'm going to do a test comment here. Okay, there it is. Spelled wrong. Perfect. Okay, let's get this in here. Hello. So this is Mental Health Break 9, and we're in catnip tier. And if you're in shadow or uncertainty or woo tier, what's up? Okay, so I made the executive decision to... Why is that doing something weird? I made the executive decision to do this with the headset on, so hopefully it's okay. It looks like it's right where it needs to be. So I need to work on my Angel Oracle deck. I've got my descriptions for the cards here. And yesterday when I was relaxing, I drew the graphite lines for 2 of them because I thought that might be boring on screen. So I've got my pre-drawn card and I've got my sharpies. Now I know exactly what I want the colors for this next one to be, but I have to do this one first. So I've got this one on standby. And I'm going to do this. Now, it usually takes me about 3 hours to do these, and I don't think I'm going to be here that whole time. Usually I do this lying on my bed, which is really bad for my neck. But we got to do what we got to do. So this is number 19 in my stack. And if you've got some rainbow Sharpies, go ahead. If you've got only one color, you can go ahead. If you've got something else you want to color, if you've got... Where did I put them? Hold up. They're over here somewhere. If you've got your sheets from the coloring sampler, you can take one of these and color them in. If you have a deck like the Morgan Greer Tarot that you want to recolor the back or do some edging, that would be a good project to do. So at Catnip tier, you should have access to, I think, this one and the Rory Gallagher, or you can buy the whole set for $3.99, I think, in my Etsy shop. Now, you could also be coloring in your charm bucket kit. So this is an extra piece. So if you've got a charm bucket kit and you've got some cardstock and you've printed it out and you've got the entire set like this would be a good project for a mental health break for yourself to start coloring these in and customizing them. Now these are meant to be divination charms, but you can also use them as little scrapbooking things. Add them to some cards or drop them in a little letter to somebody, whatever you want to do. So I've got a couple sets that I printed out on cardstock that were samples, so they got little markings on them, but it's all there. And so these 2 of these are for sale in my Etsy shop, and the other ones are, it's all print on your own, except for the proof set and the draft set, which I'm now not going to be able to get back into the envelope because I got other shit in there. Okay. Well, talk amongst yourself while I'm putting this back together. That and the chapbook packs back in there. Okay. You don't have to be coloring in with marker. You could be doing any other task that you want to do right now. We're just chilling and hanging out. So let me get... Oh, here we go. Let me put this one up. There we go. All right. So I'm going to get in here. Usually I'm listening to a radio show or a podcast or some music when I'm doing these. So and I'm usually lying down too. So it's a little bit awkward for me to be in a entirely different position. Just start with some skin tones here. Now, unfortunately, this 24 pack of Sharpies doesn't have a very diverse range of skin tones, so I've had to mix some interesting combinations to have dark skin or like tan skin, which involves like green and orange. This marker seems a little bit dry, suspiciously dry. And also this guy has a suspiciously high hairline. Maybe he's a Taurus or whatever. Okay. So I don't know if I have that much to say. So I've been working on this angel deck since 2019. And there was a while where I was sort of waiting to have a tablet to finish it. And then I decided that I did not want to color it digitally. And then I was waiting till I had Sharpies to do it. And then I almost ran out of the cardstock because I had some of this on different paper and realized that they would look weird if they weren't all on the same paper. So that happened. And I thought, I was like, okay, now I'm going to be able to get these done in like a month. And I think it's been since February, and I'm, like I said, I'm like a third done, and I felt like I was making so much progress a couple months ago, and then I realized how much more I still had to do, and I was like, no. But the thing is, it's like, if you don't work on it, it's not going to get done. You know, and then, like I said, it's taken me about 3 hours per card between the drawing and the rude freaking messages coming up that want me to buy shit. It's a painstaking process. I mean, if I had used watercolor, I could probably get these done faster, but it's very hard for me to finish large sets of things. It was sort of torture to color the backs of 72 cards when I did my Morgan Greer deck with the Sharpies, but it took me 5 days, and you know, those days are gone, and I have a deck that I like better now, so it was worth it. It's just a matter of focusing and you know, understanding that I will actually ever get it done. I think I found a publisher too. What I want to do is actually finish the deck first before I seek that out, because I don't want people, you know, saying like, oh, you can't do that and you have to do it this way. I'm like, no, this is like, take it or leave it. Like, this is how it is. I'm really trying to get I think it's the masseter back here. Certain angle. This is something that I forgot the last time that I colored with colored pencils, because it had been so long since I had used the colored pencils, that you really have to make the strokes in the direction that you want the plane to be going. The sort of human body 101. But in terms of drawing anything, that you want to be three-dimensional. It is weird to be drawing this like sitting up. I mean, when I was in college, I did tons and tons of drawings like sitting up. And when I was younger, I would sit with the thing on my bed and sit on the floor and do it. Getting old enough that floor sitting isn't always the best for me, especially with the herniated disc in my back, because now I can only really sit in one direction and it gets kind of messed up. But I need to move around more. I'm getting like way too fat at this point, and it's freaking me out a little bit. I gotta do some stuff here to remedy that in a hurry. It's like, thanks, COVID and stress. Okay, here we go. So we're off to the races here. Did you ever hear that Queen album, A Day at the Races? It's kind of like thematically the sequel to A Night at the Opera. Um, it's not quite as good as A Night at the Opera, but I mean, it's got the Millionaire Waltz on it, so like you can't really go wrong. And Teo Toriate. It's a good album. It's like it's hard to compare anything to A Night at the Opera because that was like a magnum opus. Which is interesting because could say just about the same about Play the Game. It's like how can you have two magnum opus? That seems like being greedy, but they did it. This feels like it's dry already. I don't like that. I wonder if you can hear this squeaking in the microphone. Oh, my hand is tired already. I really don't like how dry that is because these were expensive. Maybe it's because I've been storing them upright so that they don't leak out the bottom. Maybe they just need a little bit to get warmed up. Yeah, maybe it's just because they were upright too much. I should have done the hand first so it would be more lubricated to do the face. Okay. I'm gonna come back to his lips so he doesn't look weird. I'm gonna go over them with a darker color, but just to get the basics in because it messes with my head if the mouth isn't done. That's like they have 3 pinks, but they don't have like more than one skin tone, which is fucking bullshit. Mm. Eye color. What the fuck am I gonna do? He's like a fiery elemental, but I feel like he wants to have green eyes. Oh no, let's look at blue eyes. I think I want him to be blue. I like it a little bit. Well, I was going to say I like it a little bit better when I know exactly what color things are, but that's not really ever the case. It's sort of like, what is it going to be in the moment? Ooh. Okay. This guy's going to have some interesting hair going on here. It's going to have like a little bit of like a Billie Eilish situation going on here. Pretty sure there's no one else in here but right now, but this is all right. This is creating the energy of having people here doing this, which feels sort of like one of those if you build it they will come moments. Okay, this is actually my second go at Patreon. The other one I just completely deleted everything. I gotta be careful. I don't want this to get too sloppy. It's to be like really deliberate. I think one of these took me like under 2 hours to do, and then I felt guilty about it. You know, as one does. You know, because if you're gonna do anything, you gotta find reasons to feel inadequate about it, right? You know. So if you're sort of following along with this video, this isn't designed to like for me to be sitting here entertaining you. It's for you to participate. And once there's like people in here, there'll be the idea is that people can keep each other company in the chat, and I'll be sort of holding the space for everybody to come in and hang out and diddle around with your art projects and chit chat about stuff. Because once we get going on a topic, then it's, you know, then again, we're off to the races. So this is the bare bones of it. We're just so anyway, my point is if you're bored, you can put on some music on like another app or device while this is going on in the background. I can't do that because I don't want to get a copyright strike on my account. But you can have, you know, Pandora or Alexa or, you know, a CD if you're nasty, or audiophile vinyl going on in the background while we're doing this. Like hanging out with a conversation. Okay, so this is what I got here so far. I might not be on here that long. Just trying to get like the basic outline of this filled in so you can see where I'm going with this. I haven't shaded his face yet, so it looks pretty flat. Oh man, I just almost had a song come in my head, but then I forgot what it was. So it looks like it's like out of focus with the other one. It looked better when it was just in pencil. But, you know, he's not going to get done if I don't do that. Why does that one look surprised? I should have just made it straight instead of trying to make little friggin' like eyebrow hairs. Make him a little bushier. It's kind of a weird expression. All right. Get some of this hair in here. This is what I hate. So my hand fucking falls asleep all the time. sort of the challenging part is to try to make something come out good when your limbs are not responsive. Okay, so I think I had a different song in my head, but now I've got that, oh, I didn't color his neck in. Now I've got that Pink and Steven Tyler song. I think it's just Misery Loves Company. Another heartache for me, because Misery Loves Company. I think that's how that goes. Or it's just fucking dry. So if you don't see this finished in this video, then you'll... I'm sort of on the fence about keeping this on the down low or just like showing stuff off so people, like, I can pretend that people are interested in it. Because I want to, like, it's one of those things where it's like I'm trying to keep things close to the chest instead of being desperate for attention, because I think that's something that I need to work on. So it's like I want to show like all the cards and be like, look what I did and everything, but I think it creates this tension where it might make me not want to work on it if I feel like too many people are expecting it to be done. I think as a volume, it's going to be really great when it's done. And I'm just sad that it's taking me a long time. I don't know how long it takes, like, when people for like published decks, because it's like by the time you know about it, it's already complete. So I don't know if it takes like 2 years or 5 years or how long it takes people to do them, whether they're making a series of paintings the size of the clipboard or if they're doing it all digitally or what. I mean, it takes me quite a long time to... It might take me longer than 3 hours to do each one of these digitally, and then I have to just like sit at my desk the whole time, and I don't like that. I could use GIMP on the laptop, but the screen is small and I don't like that now that I've got the laptop. So we'll see. I just realized that his hair is looking a lot kind of similar to... I'm going to put the cap on this so it doesn't dry out. Look at his hair. How it's looking kind of matchy-matchy with the candy corn lotus, which is on Etsy. That's what his hair looks like. Happy Halloween, motherfucker. I'm gonna sip of my water from the floor, and while I'm thinking of it, there we go. Okay. So as you see, this is a fairly lengthy process, which is why I've actually been planning on working on these during mental health breaks for a while. Like, you know, I mean, I've only been doing it for a month and a half, I guess. And I had other stuff going on. So this is both something crafty and something that I really need to do. I have not worked on these for like 2 months, so I'm like, where did that time go? I was so stressed out. Kind of in my thoughts about healthcare and stuff right now, but it's been a long couple of years here and I'm trying to get some stuff taken care of because of the whole global situation and limited access and trying not to have anything wrong with me. But as it happens, I have a human body and it's aging and it was managed to survive so far, but it needs a little bit of help at this point. Like to be in a little bit better condition in a couple months when I hit the 40 mark, but we'll see how it goes. I need to be like rescued and repaired. I need to be restored to semi-factory conditions. This is sort of meant that his hair is kind of like blowing around in the wind, but it looks a little bit weird right now. So this angel's name is Nakiel. And he's got sun energy and he's nurturing, so I got him with a plant. Oh man, I forgot to leave a space for the highlight. God damn it. Leave some over here then. I'm like hunched way over. This is not good for my posture. I'm usually lying down with a pillow under my chest like this close to it, which is probably not good for my eyes, but I think I've been taking my glasses off when I do that, so it's, technically fine. I need new glasses too. This is ridiculous. Actually looks pretty good. There's a gap over here. Okay. 32 minutes. I suppose I should offer a little topic of rumination. So, if you were given any amount of time that you needed, regardless, like separate from like money or responsibilities, if you were just given whatever time, like beamed to another planet outside of time and could do whatever you wanted for a while, and then beamed back when you needed to do stuff after you were done. Like, what would you do or experience or study? I'm not even sure. I would want to go like time traveling and take pictures of dinosaurs. I think that's where I would, if I had access to that kind of time power. Or I would go back and learn more languages. Like, I feel like I'm too stressed out to do that right now. Like, I would get back on the Sanskrit and like learn how to read the 2 books that I kept. Okay, messed that up a little bit. Whatever. I'm just gonna make it solid. All right. So what do we got here? I might fill that in a little bit more because it's a little bit too light. But this is where he's going here. Okay. All right. So look at some of his coat colored in. All right. So I know that I want this to be sort of a bronzy color. Where's that border is weird. Okay. Great. Just drew right over where I wanted that to go. Okay. This is weird for me because I'm not used to talking while doing this. I'm used to listening. Okay. If I ever get a team, I'll have to do this and have somebody like feeding me questions or reading off of the comments or something. Actually, let me go to the comments. Okay. There we go. I need more people. I haven't found my tribe yet. Okay. Working on it though. Okay. As I'm recording this, I have an energy report compiling, and I was just thinking about that again. It looks a little bit more green than I wanted it, but that's all right. It can be sort of like a... Oh, I didn't put any detail on his fucking... on his wristband. It should match the collar. Let's get that in there. Going towards the inside. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh my God, a shiny door. So go to here. Oh, I should have drawn that going the other way. Whatever. Okay. So I'm getting this bronzy, sort of tarnished bronze color by mixing like a bright green with a bright orange. It's not exactly the color that I want, but given that I have a limited palette here, which is a phrase that still triggers me to this day, I think it works. So, oh, okay. Let's trying to figure out if it's dark blue or dark green. Now, this is the thing that takes a long time if they have a detailed outfit. And there isn't really any particular rhyme or reason to it. It's whatever comes through, and essentially I'm making up the designs more or less. But there's always this aspect of channeling. It's not balanced right without the cap on the back. I was using that dried out fabric marker on the craft foam a lot. And that one falls off, so I had to keep holding it. So now I keep thinking I have to hold the Sharpie caps, but it's better with them on the back. There we go. Okay. Ow! Okay, I'm going to use the darkest green for these. Although I'm probably going to regret it as soon as it's on there. But, whatever. Ooh, that looks pretty good, though. I don't want it... Well, I was going to say I don't want it to be too Christmassy, but, like, that's an artificial judgment. Oh, look at that. Red pentacles, just like on the deck of cards. How about that? Okay. Normally, I don't put the darker lines in till like later on, but I feel like I want them right now. There's going to be more shading in this, but I want to get the sort of meat and potatoes of the drawing in. Oh man, screw that up a little bit. That's why I gotta go slow. And I was not doing. Oh, I know I can erase that a little bit with some yellow or something. There we go. That's better. Okay. This is by no means going to be the end of this drawing, but I think I'm going to end the live stream pretty soon. Pretty soon. Get his facial structure in here a little better. Oh, he didn't originally have a little divot in his chin, but he does now. Okay. Whatever you want to do there, buddy. This is not the final word on the shading. This is just a little bit here to get started. Oops, I forgot this nostril over here. I want a little gray under here, I think, which is unusual. Now he looks old. The color looks a little bit fucked up here, but it's going to be fine when I'm done. There's going to be some more layers. I think my stomach is starting to make weird gurgly noises. Excuse me, I did not mean to burp into the thing. That was kind of gross. Okay. A little bit extra shading on these guys over here. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there. This is part of a card. And again, this shading is going to get muted out a little bit, sort of extreme at this point. I'm going to get like another layer of this peachy tan color. And why does his hand look so tiny? Maybe because his head is enormous. Oh. So we got a plant there that I've got to color, and the rest of his jacket thing and the background. But it's a look into the thing. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna color the other one. Well, if not this one exactly, then maybe the one after on another mental health break that's gonna be like on open YouTube and or Facebook. So we'll get to Raziel later, but in the meantime, Nakiel is starting to come to life. So this is how we do markers, however you want to do that. Okay. Was I smearing something? I hope not. Let me roll the outro and then I'm gonna get out of here. Let me put this up first though. There. Why are you? Okay, there we go. All right, so let me go to the outro. There we go. This is what I want. All right. So stay groovy and we'll see you later. Bye. CATtheMinion energy work is focused on building a community around creativity and connectivity. Connect to new friends, the universe, and yourself. Shift your perspective of everyday life. Alleviate the stresses of daily life by tapping into self-expression. Help me build my offerings around your needs by investing, interacting, and brainstorming new things we can do. Your financial contributions via donations, purchases of goods and services, and participation on Patreon allow me to pay mundane bills, upgrade to better interactive services and equipment, and to buy art supplies and materials. Additionally, your support helps me pay it forward to charities, other energy workers, and artists, and to gain more visibility so our community can reach even more who need it. You can find a number of the goods and services I offer by clicking the links from my website, cattheminion.wordpress.com, or from my link tree, depending on your preference, linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. I'm offering original art pieces, digital downloads, art prints, merch, tarot readings, divination tools, templates, coloring books, a dark poetry book, YouTube content, self-care encouragement, and more.